StarCraft is a game about fighting your opponents. But so far, all we've built are workers who mine resources, and they're not very good at fighting. We need to start building some combat units. Now, if we select a lava, you can see there are a lot of options grayed out for different combat units that can be built in the course of the game, but we can't build right now. We're going to need to build some more buildings in order to unlock access to these combat units so that we can really fight our opponents. So we need to talk about how to build buildings. If we look at this top center option, the Zergling unit, in order to build a Zergling, we're going to have to get a spawning pool, which is one of the basic Zerg buildings. So in order to build buildings, we need to use our workers. Workers both mine resources and make buildings in StarCraft. So we'll select one drone by left-clicking on it, and now we're going to look for the basic mutation command, which is here, the bottom left of the command card. If I left-click on basic mutation, I get a list of different buildings that I am allowed to make using this drone. And we want the spawning pool because that's the one that will allow us to build Zerglings. So left-click on spawning pool. And if I move my mouse back into the center of the screen, you can see I've got this picture of a spawning pool under my mouse, which is moving around as my mouse moves around. The game is waiting for me to select where I want this spawning pool to go. And you can see sometimes the picture is green and sometimes the picture is red. The picture goes green in positions that I'm allowed to put the spawning pool, and it goes red in places I'm not allowed to put the spawning pool. I need to find a valid position to put this spawning pool down so that we can start building it. One of the rules for Zerg buildings is that most Zerg buildings have to be built on creep, which is this purplish grayish carpet stuff that's spreading out from under our central building, our hatchery. You can see most of the map that we're on is either grey rocks or blue rocks that we can see on the edge here, but right around the hatchery there's this purple carpet stuff, which is creep. We have to put our spawning pool somewhere on the creep. So I'm going to left-click right here, and the drone I have selected is going to make his way over to that position. Okay, the drone's not happy, so we're going to issue that command again. Left-click basic mutation, left-click mutate into spawning pool, and click over here where we want the pool to go. The drone makes his way over here. And when you try to build a building as Zerg, the drone that you have selected actually becomes the building. The drone walked over here and turned into the building. So when the building finishes, we're going to lose that drone. We're never going to get the drone back. So you need to remember to make more drones over time as you make more buildings as a Zerg player to replace the drones that you're losing. We have the spawning pool selected, and we can see there is this bar filling up, same as there was when we were building drones and overlords. And when the bar is finished, the spawning pool is going to be done, and we will have that building ready to go. It's worth mentioning, I left-clicked on exactly one drone in order to make this building. You can't build buildings with multiple drones selected. If I left-click one drone, you can see the basic mutation button is down here. If I select several drones at a time, there is no basic mutation button. But our spawning pool is finished, so now let's select our larvae again. Select the hatchery, left-click on select larvae, and the Morph to Zergling button is now available for us to use. So if we left-click that, our larvae turn into eggs, and if we select an egg, we can see we're making a Zergling, and this bar's filling up, and when the bar is full, the Zerglings will hatch. In fact, unlike drones, we got one drone per larva we used, and generally that's the rule. One larva turns into one other unit. But Zerglings, for every one larva that you use, you get 2 Zerglings. So you can see we used 3 larvae to morph into Zerglings, but we have 6 Zerglings now. So these are our most basic combat unit, like our overlords and drones. We can move them around by right-clicking. So we've made our first combat units.